everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I want to introduce in a very easy way how to use the ChatGPT in the best way. But first I'm going to show that how we install or how we come up to the ChatGPT through the internet. So if you just in the Google search the ChatGPT and then just start with the ChatGPT, introduction ChatGPT part, and then here at the right upward it's a login, so you just press the login, and then when you press the login it comes different alternatives that how you are going to log in on the ChatGPT. So you log in or you sign up. If you have already the account in the ChatGPT, you can use yours. Otherwise, just sign up through the Google email or through the other email. You just put your name, email address, and that's enough. And when you are finished with that one, you come inside the ChatGPT. I'm not going to introduce all of these contents of the ChatGPT because it is very easy. I'm just going to show that how we use that one. When we are inside the ChatGPT, just click here anywhere else. And then what are we going to use the ChatGPT? And I'm going to describe it step by step. First thing about that, the ChatGPT acts like as Google. So if you want to just search something, whatever name, books, entertainment, anything, it acts like as a Google and just you can use as a Google and search machine. For example, I want to say that what is the longest river in the world? Then ChatGPT finds a solution for me. The Nile River is traditionally is the longest, and then it comes with a solution for that one. That's enough. So this is the first thing, that it acts like as a Google, and then you can use that one. Second things that you can use the ChatGPT, and it is very important, it is using as a translator. For example, I have written that I want to translate the text to the, for example, Spanish or the other languages. I say that I have a text and you don't need to write completely correctly, the chat corrected correctly. I have a text and I want to translate to Spanish. That's easy. So then it say that, sure, just put a text. And then I say that I am a boy and want to go to school. Even I put some spells not in a correct situation, just to be sure that the ChatGPT doesn't understand it. And then it started to translate. So yeah, I can't read it, but it is in Spanish. Or you can say that translate to French, and then it translated to the French exactly, or any languages. So that's also the second things that you can use that one. Other alternative that also it can use like as a brainstorming. For example, you want to say that I have a girl, 12 years old. I want a birthday party with 20 friends and a budget under, for example, 150 US dollar. Any suggestion or whatever? From the ChatGPT, I ask a question. So then it comes like as a very good suggestion for 20 people, like as a DIY backyard or park party, movie night, ice cream party, potluck party, community center or bowling party, whatever, with the cost estimate. That is also very good of the brainstorming, that it can come also from the ChatGPT. Another very good benefit of using the ChatGPT is that many times we are going to write an email, we are going to write a letter, and we want it to be like as official. So then we wanted to make it in a very good English, official English, or whatever in any languages. So I just asked that I want to rephrase my text for an official email. So just write something that, yeah, this is like as it reads it's from the last one. I just started again here. I have a text. I want to make it official for in the email format. In the email format, and you don't need to think about the spelling because it will make it corrected itself. And when you do that, then it says that sure, just write it. I just say that even without the spelling correctly, I just say that dear Mike, I for example, I have about a plane ticket, but it is cancelled and I would like to return back my money to my bank account. You see that my English is not very good here. Regards, Jose. Just like that one. And then it reads that email and make it very nicely. Subject, request for refund, cancel plane ticket. Dear Mike, I hope you are doing well. I recently purchased a ticket, has been cancelled, would like to request a refund. Looking forward to response from you. Best regards, Jose. That's perfect. And in the same time, you can just, okay, if it is in another language, so you can just write here, translate to Spanish in the same time, and then exactly it translate the email to the Spanish language also. That is the good use of the ChatGPT. Another things that maybe I should mention in the ChatGPT is that if I again come back here, that if you are writing if you have a question, for example, for anything, it's like as a Google, as I said in the first time, but it is in a very technical way. I have a finite element model in soil, but it fails. What is the problem? It can give us a lot of suggestions that what's the problem. It's because of the material issues, because of the mesh issues, and it's a lot of good things that you can find around here. Again, I will come back to the ChatGPT. Very good things that for the people and researchers, that if you have a thesis, if you have an article, if you have a paper or anything, you can ask that to look at the Word document and edit that one. I have a article and would like to modify it for publication in a journal paper, for example. And then I ask this question and then say that I'm happy to, then can assist it. Then you can just insert the Word document. In the ChatGPT that I have now, you see that this plus document is not active yet. If you have a plus, that will be active. But since I have used it before, the free version of that, I had article and I got updated that one before, then I have used my free time on that one. I think that it will be open probably tomorrow and then I can use it again. So that is one of the good things that also it helps us to use for the ChatGPT. So everything is easy. You don't need to think about anything in the ChatGPT. You just click on the ChatGPT and ask about that one. And you don't need to think about the language, about the spelling, about anything. It can translate, it can be written in any languages, in any places. You get advice, help with writing, brainstorming, summarizing the text. If you have, for example, a big test and you want to summarize it, you can say that, can you summarize my text? And it will come with suggestion. I hope that this helps you to understand that how could you easily use this ChatGPT. And if you have any question, I would be very happy to help you in any matter. Thank you. And please don't forget to subscribe the channel. Thank you.